Hello, inner shifters, how you doing? Your host, Sophia here. Okay, let's start at the beginning. How aromatherapy reduces stress by calming the nervous system, because this is where wellness meets the senses in the most elegant, natural way. It's the kind of healing you feel in your breath, in your skin, and your bones. It's not loud, it's not forceful, it's subtle, gentle, like a hug made of scent. Let's start with a scene. Clara came home after a whirlwind of a day, one of those days where everything felt stacked against her. The traffic was relentless. Her inbox ballooned with demands. There was a conflict at work that lingered longer than it should have. By the time she stepped through the door, her whole body was clenched, jaw tight, shoulders high, breath shallow. She wasn't crying, but she could feel the tears behind her eyes, waiting for permission. She didn't turn on the TV. She didn't check her messages. She walked straight to her little corner shelf and pulled out a bottle of lavender essential oil. No ceremony, no performance, just need. She put a few drops in her diffuser, dimmed the lights, and sat in silence. 5 minutes, 10 by 15 minutes, her shoulders started to drop. Her breath slowed and the knot behind her eyes began to unravel. And it felt like my nervous system exhaled, she told me later. That's aromatherapy working in its quiet magic. At its core, aromatherapy is the art and science of using natural plant extracts, essential oils to support the body, mind, and spirit. These scents don't just smell good, they do good. The molecules from these oils interact with the olfactory system, the part of the brain connected to smell, and spark reactions in the limbic system, which governs emotions, memory, and arousal. That means when you inhale the soft citrus note of bergamot or the herbal comfort of chamomile, you're not just enjoying fragrance. You're sending signals to your body to relax. You're telling your nervous system, you're safe now, you can soften. Mateo, ever the curious one, dove into aromatherapy during a season of burnout. He had reached a point where stress was his baseline. I didn't realize how tightly I was holding everything until something asked me to let go, he said. That something turned out to be vetiver, a deep, earthy oil known for grounding. The first time he used it during a breathwork session, he felt a shift so profound it made him laugh. It felt like my spine remembered how to sink into itself, he told me. He started creating rituals. A drop of frankincense on his palms before meditation. A whiff of clary sage when journaling after work. And slowly, his system began to recalibrate. The fight or flight reaction, the tight chest, the urgency began to fade. Aromatherapy didn't replace my stress, he said, and it re-taught me how to move through it. That's the beauty, these scents don't erase life's tension. They support your body through it, and the options are abundant. Lavender is the classic one, floral, soft, known for its calming properties. A few drops on your pillow can ease insomnia. Blended with carrier oil, it can soothe tension headaches when massaged into your temples. Chamomile smells like peace made real. Inhaling it can reduce agitation, emotional overwhelm, and even menstrual cramps. It's gentle, like warm arms around your heart. Bergamot brings light, literally. Its citrus notes are uplifting, helping to shift low mood and encourage emotional release. It's the scent of clarity and soft joy. Frankincense and sandalwood ground you, calming the mind and slowing the breath. They create space for stillness. That's why they're used in meditation and prayer rituals around the world. Eucalyptus clears not just the sinuses, but also foggy minds. Peppermint refreshes, rose nurtures. Ylang ylang settles the heartbeat. Each oil has a personality, a purpose, a language of its own. Clara now carries a small vial of lavender and orange in her purse. When stress creeps in before meetings, during unexpected news, she opens the bottle and breathes deeply, just a few seconds. And it's my invisible shield, she jokes. But it's true, these scents act as subtle guardians, they buffer, they support. And the science backs it. Studies show that lavender oil can significantly lower blood pressure, heart rate, and skin temperature markers of stress. Frankincense stimulates alpha brain waves associated with relaxation. Inhaling essential oils can reduce cortisol levels, enhance parasympathetic activity, and even boost serotonin production. But beyond the physiology, there's the experience. Mateo started making intention blends, tiny roller bottles with personalized oil mixtures. One for peace, another for courage, another for clarity. Each time he applied one, he paired it with a breath and an affirmation. The scent makes it real, he said. It's like my body understands the intention faster than my mind. Even showers became rituals. A few drops of eucalyptus on the shower floor, steam rising with scent, breath opening like a window. Clara said it turned hygiene into healing. Aromatherapy also works beautifully in combination. Pair it with yoga, breathwork, journaling, stretching, or quiet walks. Let the scent anchor you, let it create space. Even homes change with it. Clara uses cedarwood and cinnamon in her diffuser during winter. And it makes the house feel hugged, she said. Mateo uses lemongrass and peppermint in the morning, bright, energizing, a scent alarm that feels gentler than noise. And what's stunning is how aroma creates memory. You use lavender during peaceful evenings, and your body starts to associate that scent with calm. Later, during stress, one inhale can bring your system back to regulation. It's Pavlovian peace. You don't need fancy tools, a diffuser helps, yes. Roller bottles, blends, massage oils, all lovely. But even a single drop in your palms, warmed, inhaled, can shift your chemistry. Aromatherapy improves sleep quality and evening wind down, is where scent becomes lullaby, breath becomes balm, and the body finally feels safe enough to soften. In a world that celebrates hustle and overstimulation, crafting rituals that usher in rest isn't just helpful, it's revolutionary. Clara first discovered this during a season of scattered sleep. You know the kind, bedtime feels like a battle. The mind races, the body flinches. She tried melatonin, sleepy teas, white noise apps. They helped sometimes, but the heaviness behind her eyes never matched the silence in her chest. One night, she turned to aromatherapy almost by accident. She'd lit a candle earlier, sandalwood and vanilla. Hours later, as it burned down, she noticed her breath slowing. Her jaw unclenching, her shoulders releasing. And when she crawled into bed, the usual swirl of anxious thoughts felt more like a breeze than a storm. I think my nervous system recognized that smell as permission to rest, she said. That's what scent can do, it signals safety. It tells the limbic brain no need to brace anymore. And when the brain relaxes, so does the body. Heart rate lowers, muscles unwind, cortisol retreats. And sleep finally arrives, not forced, but welcomed. Mateo had a different kind of restless. His struggle wasn't falling asleep, it was staying asleep. He'd wake up at 2 a.m., wired with invisible tension, staring at ceilings and questioning timelines. It wore him down, so he tried something new, a pillow mist made with clary sage, bergamot, and Roman chamomile. He spritzed it across his sheets each night while repeating a phrase out loud. This space holds rest. At first, it felt silly, but by night 5, he noticed a change. His sleep deepened, the middle of the night wake-ups didn't drag on. He'd fall back asleep within minutes. His body began associating the scent with stillness, with softness, with security. That's the brilliance of aromatherapy, it doesn't require effort. It works while you rest. The molecules meet the olfactory system and travel straight to the emotional core. Oils like lavender trigger parasympathetic responses, signaling to the brain that it's safe to drift. Sandalwood helps steady erratic thoughts. Neroli eases anxious energy, vetiver roots you like a weighted blanket. And the effect is cumulative. The more you use these scents consistently, the faster your body responds. Clara built an evening ritual around this. Not elaborate, just meaningful. She'd dim her lights, roll lavender onto her wrists, sip a mug of chamomile tea, and write down 3 things she was letting go of before sleep. And it was like training my body to trust the quiet, she said. And slowly, her nights transformed. No more doom scrolling, no more packing. Just gentle arrival into dreams. Mateo created a rest playlist paired with his diffuser soft music, peppermint and cedarwood filling the air, and stretches that felt more like hugs than workouts. His bedtime stopped feeling like an end, it became a sanctuary. Even when sleep didn't come immediately, the ritual became a form of rest. And that matters, the body remembers rhythm. So when your evening starts consistently with calming scents, your mind doesn't need to scramble. It settles into pattern, into promise. Clara now keeps a little drawer with sleep blends. Each bottle labeled with a phrase, drift, release, safe. They're not just oils, they're anchored. When she's anxious, when her thoughts won't hush, she holds one and inhales. And slowly, the inhale becomes enough. Mateo teaches this to others now. His favorite mantra, let scent soften your edges. He invites people to choose oils that feel like their own lullabies, to explore combinations, to honor what their bodies respond to. Because not everyone sleeps to lavender. Some feel calmer with citrus. Some prefer earthy roots. It's personal, it's poetic, and it's powerful. So if you've been craving deeper rest, consider this an invitation. Light a candle before bed. Add a few drops of oil to your bath. Create a blend that whispers, you're safe now. Let scent become part of your wind down, not as decoration, but as devotion. Aromatherapy elevates mood and eases anxiety because this is where scent becomes soul medicine. This is about lifting spirits not by escaping what's heavy, but by gently lighting up what's still glowing inside. It's how the smallest whiff of citrus or bloom of floral warmth can tip the scales from tension into ease. From just surviving into slowly thriving. Clara found this out on a day when her heart felt blank. It wasn't sadness exactly, more like emotional fog. She couldn't focus, couldn't laugh, couldn't quite cry either, a kind of stuckness. She didn't know what she needed until she brushed past a bottle of sweet orange essential oil while tidying her space. She opened it, took one curious inhale, and suddenly her breath grew fuller. Her shoulders loosened, and for the first time that day, she smiled. And it was as if something remembered joy, she told me. That's how citrus works, it's bright, uplifting, expansive. Oils like orange, lemon, grapefruit, and bergamot interact with the limbic system, helping boost serotonin and dopamine, the neurotransmitters responsible for happiness, motivation, and emotional resilience. They don't mask what's real, they support what's still possible. Mateo had a similar moment with Neroli. He was facing a weekend of spiraling thoughts, doubt, anxiety, fear, all jostling for space in his chest. He tried journaling, meditating, even walking for hours, but the mental noise wouldn't quiet. Then he remembered a blend gifted by a friend, Neroli, Ilang Ilang, and Patchouli. He rolled a little onto his wrists and sat down to breathe. Within minutes, his shoulders dropped. His thoughts didn't vanish, but they softened. It was like watching clouds drift instead of a storm crashing, he said. Neroli is known for soothing emotional shock and anchoring the heart during anxiety. Ilang Ilang eases mood swings, patchouli calms overstimulation. Together, they helped his nervous system exhale. And that's what aromatherapy can do. It doesn't just smell good, it shifts internal chemistry. When you inhale a calming blend, tiny aromatic compounds travel through your nose to the brain's emotion center, where they influence hormone release, mood regulation, and even memory recall. One breath can start repatterning your stress response. Clara started keeping a joy vial in her bag, a little roller bottle with mandarin, lavender, and geraniums. Anytime she felt overwhelmed or disconnected, she'd roll it on her palms, close her eyes, and take 3 deep breaths. The scent didn't erase her challenges, but it helped her re-enter herself, to find clarity in the clutter. And it's not just the scent, it's the ritual. Creating the space to breathe intentionally. Choosing oils that feel like truth. Letting your hands, lungs, and attention be part of the healing. Mateo makes morning mist sprays with peppermint, rosemary, and lemon. Spritzing them as he stretches, works, or resets between tasks. It helps me not carry yesterday into today, he says. That mental clarity spills over into motivation. Because feeling brighter makes showing up easier. Some days, Clara diffuses rose and sandalwood while writing affirmations. It feels like wrapping my thoughts in softness, she said. Rose nurtures compassion both toward yourself and others. It can ease grief, open the heart, and soften internal rigidity. She's now guided mini workshops on scent journaling, where participants inhale calming blends and write what arises. The results profound. People found words for emotions they'd been stuck inside, she says. Aromatherapy awakens expression. Even creative energy improves with mood-enhancing scents. Mateo uses lemongrass, spearmint, and clary sage before painting. The freshness helps his mind feel buoyant, less tangled. He says, scent makes my ideas feel like they have wings. And for those with anxiety that feels physical, racing heart, tight chest, short breath, aromatherapy supports regulation. Oils like vetiver, Roman chamomile, and lavender can lower blood pressure and slow respiration. Clara places a drop of vetiver on her collarbone before sleep during anxious seasons. It's like grounding in fragrance, she said. Let's not forget joy isn't always loud. Sometimes it's gentle uplift, a lightness on the skin, and unclenching in the rib. Scents can be that doorway. They remind the body that it can still feel good, even when life feels uncertain. Mateo now calls his blends emotional companions. Each with a name: glow, steady, bright. He rotates them depending on his inner weather. And every time he applies one, he takes a moment of gratitude. Thank you for guiding me back to myself. So if your mood has felt heavy, frayed, or quiet lately, try this. Pick a scent that speaks to your spirit. Maybe citrus for brightness, floral for softness, woodsy for grounding. Hold it close, inhale. Let your chest expand, let your ribs loosen, let your skin feel kissed by air. Don't force the shift, invite it, then move slowly into your day breath by breath, moment by moment. Aromatherapy enhances mindfulness and presence because the scent becomes more than a fragrance. It becomes an anchor, a guide, a gentle hand on your back that says, you're here now. And in a world so fixated on rushing, multitasking, and scrolling past the soul of our moments, this kind of intentional sensory support, it's priceless. Clara started noticing it when she first paired lavender oil with her meditation practice. She wasn't new to breathwork or stillness, but staying present had always felt elusive. Her thoughts bounced, her mind itched for distraction. The moment would tug her in and then slip away. But one morning, she placed a drop of lavender onto her palm, inhaled deeply, and let the scent settle into her being. It was like my body remembered to listen, she told me. That's what aromatherapy does in moments of mindfulness. It tunes the senses. It turns your inhale into a rival. The olfactory system is one of the most direct pathways to the emotional brain. So when you smell something grounding, your entire system gets the memo. Soften, settle, be here. Mateo had his own moment during a journaling ritual. He was using frankincense and vetiver, just a small diffuser next to his notebook. As the scent filled the room, he noticed that his words came slower, more intentionally. I stopped writing to explain, I started writing to feel, he said. Scent in this case became a cocoon. It wrapped his awareness in softness and helped his focus bloom. And the impact is measurable. Studies show that essential oils like sandalwood, lavender, and peppermint can increase theta brainwave activity, which is linked to meditative states. Rosemary, eucalyptus, and citrus blends help sharpen attention and bring the mind gently back when it wanders. Aromatherapy, layered into a mindfulness practice, doesn't force focus. It invites it, it says, let this breath be your teacher. I thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, and do all those lovely things you wonderful people do. I'll see you next time.